All right, hello. So we are, I think, very much at the end of the game. Very close, and I mean, it's been so much fun. I'll give more thoughts on my overall feelings on the game at the end. Um, but yeah, so heavy spoilers ahead for the end of Metroid Fusion. Um, yeah, I think this is even at the point where if I go into the navigation room, which is often points the in between points between sections, like you have to go into the navigation room to initiate this, like to progress the story and stuff. You'll be locked in there and or can't even go to the next room after. I think there's a point right here at the end where when you go in there, you kind of have to get to the end and like fight the final boss and stuff like that. Like you can't explore the areas anymore, but there is a way to. Basically, there's secret paths that are only available for the most part. I found one before I got the screw attack, but once you get the screw attack, you can progress between the different sectors. It's not fast travel or anything like that. Like you go from one hallway all the way to the next sector, and then so on and so forth, and connect them that way, and traverse the entirety of the space station that way to get any more collectibles you may have missed or anything like that, or couldn't get because you didn't have the screw attack or other power-ups. Um, and I started doing that, but I found like the flow of the game was so curated and nice up until this point that when I did kind of just do the voluntary exploration after to get anything left over, I was kind of like, yeah, I was kind of like losing steam there, like I was like, let's just complete the story and continue on the track that they've set, to continue with the pace, which is interesting because I think that's again like one of the sore points for this one for some people is like, well, it's so linear and you only have access to certain areas at any given time and you can't just freely explore and backtrack all the time. But when the time finally came where that was possible, which is like kind of right now, I can finally go everywhere. I have all the main power-ups that you need to get any of the items that are left. I'm just kind of like, no, I want to kind of go where the story is leading me and not just jump between the sectors. Maybe it's also because there's no fast travel, so that could be a gripe there. They don't make it super easy to just go between them, since I think, again, I could be wrong. I could just go into that elevator and it's probably gonna let me go to the other sectors that way, but we'll see right now. I really do like how the story plays out and all that in this game. I like it a lot, actually. So let's just go on. So I'm not going to be able to 100% it. I already think I've taken too long because it's a combination of time and percentage completion for the different endings, and I'm pretty sure the best requires both, like really quick play time, but also like a high percentage. I could be wrong. I think every entry is different, but that's sort of a classic ending element is you can get different end screen images basically. Like it doesn't change like in Star Fox Command or whatever. You get totally different like timeline altering endings like okay, whatever. Here we go. Samus, we're done here. Leave the rest to the Federation. The computer's been interesting. Again, she likens it to Adam, but it's not made clear, I think, even in this game, that it is explicitly Adam's consciousness or anything like that. I don't know if that technology's there, but the computer is definitely, it feels sentient. Like it's not your average Siri or Alexa ripoff. It doesn't speak like that, basically. See, I like this too. Are you joking? Do they know how dangerous the X are? I kind of thought that was the whole point of us kind of running around here. We've had access to the ship this whole time, but I thought we were kind of here to sort of put an end to this threat here in the, snip it in the bud because of how dangerous they are. But I really do like the bits of dialogue she has. Like, it doesn't feel like it's just been, oh my god, it's just nonstop talking or anything like that. But earlier in the game, there are segments and when she gets in the elevator, which is, she has to get in. It's curated when she's changing to sectors and stuff, where she'll put like 1 or 2 screens worth of text. I think it's only just one actually, and I liked it. Hopefully there's some of that in Metroid Dread. In Samus Returns, I'm pretty sure she doesn't talk like at all. Actually, in Dread in the beginning, she's kind of, I think it's her narrating sort of the previous plot points in the series, but also when the actual game begins. But yeah, I think Samus having a speaking role is important, and it does work. It might have not worked well in Other M, from what I've heard. Still haven't played it, of course. But yeah, I really like her bits of dialogue along with everything coming from Adam, or this AI that she's named Adam. I don't think they've done her dirty, or it's been like an injustice to her character. I think she should be talking, at whatever cutscenes and stuff are in the games, and it's important too for her character. Even if her body language has never been more well-rounded, or actually it's the opposite of that. I think they've done a great job with her body language in Samus Returns and the little bit I played of Metroid Dread, but I don't know if it exactly captures the depth and nuance of her character. It always seems to be Samus is badass. Samus is always badass, or on high alert, like we get that, but in these bits of dialogue that she's provided in this game, you see more to her than just the battle-hardened space bounty warrior, and I like that, and I want to see more of that nuance. They really are showing themselves to be a huge threat. There's more than one SAX, which is something I forgot about. And there's more than one Metroid. They were, at least here on the bottleneck, there was a bunch of them in this hidden sector in the bottom. It's detached itself with one of the SAX and exploded in space or something. But there's definitely a chance that there's still Metroid out there, because the Federation is working on them in secret to try to, use them for whatever reasons they want to exploit them in every way. The Akira thing. The Federation has taken an interest in the X and SAX. Yeah. Good and bad. That's how it is with the government. See, look at, she's angry. Like she's not just tell me what to do and I'll do it perfectly and in a sick, cool, badass way. Like she's a person, she has thoughts of her own on things. Oh shit. It's not necessary that you understand such matters. You are a contractor for us, girl. You're not in the upper command, the high chain that's deciding these things. Damn. This is madness. She's right about that. They think they can handle it or take any specimens without having any casualties? I don't think so, dude. Things are a mess here already. You don't capture that thing though, man. Because what we've seen is also like X-parasites, I guess depending on how many hosts they've taken, they can transform into different creatures. So like, let's say they do capture the SAX, how do they know it doesn't mutate into something worse that they can't capture, or even impersonate one of them, which we've seen here in this game too, impersonated a scientist in its human form. Like I've seen it where we kill an X-parasite, and if you don't get the X blob that's floating around and take it for your health or whatever, it'll transform into another, or it'll merge with another parasite and become a different creature. They really are dangerous, and Only the Metroid can keep them in check, though, because they're badass. That's why the games are named after them, alright? Yeah, but the cool thing in this game is she gets powers and stuff from SAX, and it's convenient that it's also things that she's gotten before, but there was like an SAX that had speed element to it, and that's how she got her speed boost and like other things like that. But she also would get like straight up data from the Federation for like missile upgrades and stuff like that, which is interesting again that they have the knowledge and ability to upgrade her alien suit, her alien technology, you know, this Chozo data and stuff like that. They have their own language and stuff. Like the fact that they could modify her suit is interesting. They risked her life in the process though. Like it's always been just run, run, run anytime you'd see an SAX. Like she needed the help. There was a creature that had the plasma ability, and so when we defeated them, we took it from them. Man, she's been too powerful for several games now. I don't know how many years that adds up to, but yeah. I don't know if you want to deceive her now and get her against the Federation, have her go freaking Captain America, you know, have her go against the system. See, this is awesome. That's why this game has sat in my memory so well. Like there was nothing about it that had no shortcomings of any kind. And I guess even when I was very young, I found her character and her bits of dialogue to be interesting and telling of who she is. Fools. This does bode well for the series. I mean, Dread could be the last game. Again, I'm not sure on that front, but you know, there could still be other things for Samus to explore if they wish to have more games and create more. Or they could just end it, which I think would be great. Because again, it's a story. It's a franchise for them that has a story and a set timeline surrounding one character and events that follow each other very closely and they impact each other. The X hunger for form, knowledge, and power. They mimic these perfectly, but they cannot copy the soul. They're single-minded, instinctively seeking to increase in number. They're a plague, and the Federation underestimates their threat. I must destroy them all before the Federation arrives. Freaking awesome, dude. Oh. That's a first. Oh, shit. Oh. Adam. Yeah, see, she's just coined it Adam, but it's... I am more curious now than ever to play Other M, since it is, I'm pretty sure it's canon, and it features Adam. Oh, interesting idea, AI. Is this AI saying it's against something like that? Well, because it is protecting her, right, in this room, potentially. I think that's its intent. Interesting. Oh shit. So he's dead, huh? Our fair warrior Samus Aran. Wow. See, it's so beyond just like a basic AI. Okay, this guy sacrificed his life for her. I think I need to. If that's shown in other M, then I need to give it a go. There it is. How could you hope to understand, machine? Oh, it's an orbit of another planet. Let me see. The X can handle the bitter cold. There's X that are actually just like cold incarnate. They're just ice. Um, Space is really cold. But the heat, the explosion of that would hopefully do the trick. Damn, it recognizes her as the sole, like, protector. The sole obstacle that could contain this in the future. Oh, this is crazy. This computer's freaking insane. When Adam decided who would live, look at that. It's assessing and analyzing and creating it, or coming up with its own take on things. Could you really blow up a whole planet with the self-destruct, the self-destruction of this single space lab or whatever? I don't know. You would have to start the propulsion sequence now, before the Federation arrives. Damn, Samus, this is your last mission. What? It shouldn't have known that. It hadn't done that up until now. It hadn't ended it in the Adam way. Any objections, lady? How the It is him? So it was trying to protect her like Adam would, like he had before. Is this him? I totally, all this is like, a lot of stuff came back like as it was happening and stuff like that in the biomes and stuff, but, and particular story beats that stuck with me. But like the specifics like this, no, I totally forgot all this. And then it leads right into Dread. Oh, and he's still talking like that. And he's still there. That's the thing that's tripping me up is I thought he dies with the ship at the end of this. He doesn't, he doesn't go with her, but does that work? Yeah, so I was surprised at the beginning of Dread that he, or that the AI is there in the ship with her still, because I thought he was donezo. Spoilers for the end of this one, but... Oops. Oh no. It's not locking. I could go either way. There was a secret path, the green one. I'll take the elevator. Oh. The heck? Whatever. It looks like that's a path right there. Yeah, so that's definitely an improvement in Dread already from the little bit I played as item. Finding stuff and backtracking is going to be easier since the map glows in sections. Like, that section right there probably would glow if there was an item nearby. There's a percentage count in the top of the screen for the menu. Like right here, there's no percentage meter. There's no helping or, you know, of any kind for items. Sometimes they'll put like instead of that dot on like one of the rooms, it'll be like a circle looking thing being like, there's an item here you missed. But sometimes, a lot of times, it's like there could also be a secret room or alcove in the room that leads you to another room. They don't signify at all. I have gone to the room already, but you couldn't do anything in there. See, I remember this. I'm pretty sure I remember because I've gotten worked before. I don't know if the power bombs will do anything. Dang, the screw attack is a shield too? Oh, see? I remember this room for a reason because I spent a lot of time in there getting worked. Ah, dang, I should have saved over there. Let me see, do I have to go through the whole cutscene again? Ah! Alright, so I hopefully have edited this to skip the cutscene stuff and all that. I should have saved on the way here. Yeah, I remember having trouble with the SAX in the past. Hopefully I get him this time. Get it this time. Here we go. And the thing with the battles in this game is it doesn't end after you beat the boss, because they always have the X form, like the little egg thing that they show. So the pattern... God damn it. The pattern is to jump ahead and then when they land, shoot them, but... Dang it, they should just stay down. The ice beam does so much damage to them because of the Metroid DNA. God damn! Oh, I don't know if it's gonna happen this time. Oh, I missed it. It's over. It's over. Ah! Burn. I don't know why, but the theme sounds more badass here than I think it has in the past. Yeah, even at full power, the SAX, and just one of them even, is still like a lot to handle. It just shows you how much of a threat they are, specifically how much of a threat Samus is, because they've taken over other organisms on the bottleneck or whatever this one's called before, but she's the one. Like, her in her full power is, especially against the Metroid form like her. Alright. Okay. There we go. Dang it. The charge is pretty fast in this game too. I felt like in Dread it's the fastest it's been, but who knows, that might just have been the standard. And I forgot. I can get off the charge right before... Nope. Oh! Yes! Oh, snap! I forgot about this! Oh, gross. Oh, it didn't... I guess because the screw attack has like a... Yeah, I guess as long as I'm in motion while they're moving... Now it's time. This is the part that was kind of... It's just perpetual... Oh! Wait, what the... I gotta dodge it. Yeah, that ice beam is doing mad damage. The thing is, you gotta fire and then get out. What? Oh, it's gotta be the missile? At least the missile's kind of slow, so it gives me a chance to get out of the way. This one's pretty... I guess because we also have a lot of room, but some of the ones in the past were bad. Dude, but it's like ice. Wait. Dang it. Alright, let's set in collision. The collision course.
Propulsion sequence activated.
Hold on.
Destination, planet SR3.
Hold on, ship, okay? We're not gonna change orbit
Propulsion
right
sequence
yet.
activated. Destination, planet SR388.
Oh, we were still in range of SR-388? Does this get rid of the planet forever? Wait. Oh. I was trying to think of the end of Super Metroid, which this takes place after. I don't remember. No time for memory. No time for remembering. Let's get the hell out of here. Are we going to the ship? We can just go through the normal means. That's the song. Metroid's so good. Oh. I was just totally going the wrong way. The game's like, no sir. No ma'am. I can't talk to Adam anymore? Yeah. Can't save. You want to see that ending, you're gonna have to beat the SAX every time and earn it. Alright, it's go time. Let's fly! Ah, I didn't stop it in time. And that's great too, as the environment during the course of the game would keep changing. Whether it was those little parasite or those eggs or whatever that would hatch and stuff. Pathways that were once open now being closed because of the SAX. I remember this for sure. Where's my ship? That's an egg. The Omega. Oh, that's right. I had to... Okay, just one hit did it. Jeez. And also, man, look at the threat the Metroid pose. Of course, that's their natural enemy. It's a turf war. That'd be bad if they brought the Omega Metroid as a crossover thing into Monster Hunter. Yes. So this is her beginning form in Metroid Dread, except they changed the suit a little bit. Oh, that crippled me. I was gonna say, bro, I can't do anything. Only got 1 minute. I don't know if I've ever lost here, though. Shoot. That's a lot of damage. Stop her in her tracks. The pixel work in this game has just aged perfectly. It was beautiful in its time, and it's still beautiful now. Oops. I didn't know the R trigger shot it anyways. I can have the ice beam? What, did the ship defended itself and left, or what?
20 seconds to impact.
Man, they timed it perfectly, so you have just enough. All on the Game Boy Advance. That's so cool. That perfect military mind. The wisdom of Adam Malkovich continued to serve even after death. So it's confirmed that was him? May have, until Dread, where we've seen one ex-parasite, allegedly. But how will the beings of the universe view our resolve? I doubt they will understand what we did, the danger we barely averted. They will hold tribunals and investigations. They will hold us responsible. Adam understood this, and he spoke to me in my anger. We'll see what the government says. Might be surprised. So they left us with a cliffhanger? Nope. It was affirmed right there at the end. I just totally forgot after all these years. Lady, what's troubling you? You wonder how I started the ship? Just think about it. They lent me a hand. Who knew, man? Like, I played this first, so when I went back to Super Metroid, having not gone back to this, I totally didn't recognize them or know that their importance to her. Is he implying that they press buttons and stuff and move the ship since it has to be done manually? Okay, so they did confirm Adam transferred over into her ship. And yeah, oh man, and also they're in her care. I don't know if Metroid Dread highlighted that in the intro sequence. Wow. Yeah, so it holds up perfectly. Like, it has not aged in any way, in like a negative way, except for the map stuff, where they don't really help when it comes to getting 100% completion for finding things and stuff. There is a lot of just shooting and bombing walls all over the place, you know, that kind of thing. And honestly, maybe that is maybe one of the biggest shortcomings, is sort of the way that the items are hidden. Like, after playing it specifically on Guacamelee and Guacamelee 2, they make sure to hide the items behind some tricky, like, fun but difficult platforming segments, whereas here it is that thing where it's like you do a power bomb and it's like that one piece of the wall unveils itself, and either it leads to another room that doesn't have a platforming segment, it's just like the items in there instead, or the item is straight up like in that little square in the wall. like it was just like it was covered over during construction. Um, so yeah, hopefully that's something to see. I see in Metroid Dread is more platforming, more sort of just Iwata. Oh wow, man, he was all over, huh? Awesome, dude. Yeah, hopefully like they gate the items now behind more interesting methods. Yeah, so they just took creative liberty and just changed how the suit looks, but I'm pretty sure this is the suit in Dread that she's ends up in, which is interesting. I wonder what they call it, because in this game the various suit is a different color. It's not this orange one. Then you get the gravity, then you get this one. So I don't know exactly what this is supposed to be. It's that's pretty good. I didn't again. I kind of cut myself off on going for the 100 because it was just kind of going against the pacing of the game. 6 hours, man. I'm very rusty. My completion times on my actual cart that I still have with all the saves from when I was like 10, 11, or like 3 hours, 4 hours. So I was humming through it at the end there. But yeah, it still holds that spot as my second favorite game of all time. It's so good. The nostalgia is so strong too. Like I'm always gonna have a soft spot for this one, even though Dread can take the mantle. It just feels so good. And the little bit I played, I'm gonna straight up restart Dread, since I've been away for a week or so. Yeah, but Metroid Fusion is still a special game. I actually wrote down a few thoughts on it, little semi-review kind of thing. Because I feel like, at the time when I played it, internet was in its infancy, kind of. Smartphones definitely weren't a thing. So, like, yeah, I think IGN was already around. You had other, websites, of course, were still operating, but, like, the presence of things and video reviews and the access to them and all that, the opinion was my own. So finding out that Dread isn't everybody else's favorite Metroid years later was interesting, and seeing some of the complaints that were volleyed in those, I guess, is kind of the things I want to address, because I don't think anybody can dispute that in terms of controls, the pixel work, presentation, music, character. Maybe the character element is kind of what bothered people too, just all the story and stuff. But I think that's also kind of maybe the sore spot, or what holds it back for some others in terms of how they feel about it. Yeah, so here's what I wrote. I think Adam being there made this entry in the franchise more inviting for me, because you have someone there on your side. Whereas in previous entries, Samus truly was on her own, exploring these alien hostile territories, amplifying the horror elements of the series. The Prime games were actually really scary for me as a child, but the colorful pixel work and presence of Adam in Fusion very likely played a large part in why I finished it all and ended up playing it again and again and again. I also think Adam is a beneficial presence in that he helps narrate the story and keeps it moving along, which, for a younger version of me unfamiliar with Metroidvanias, was also likely a very good thing. But after replaying it, I still think this entry is the best because of its streamlined, linear nature and consistent injections of story that help break up the non-stop exploration with well-paced twists and turns and story beats. Overall, I really like the ever-changing, time-sensitive nature of the story and how it affects the game's momentum. Previous entries were more ambient, laid-back excursions about exploring and uncovering the secrets of whatever environment you were in. But Fusion feels almost like a high-stakes movie, where sitting still and taking your time isn't the best option. The X-Parasite is a massive threat that is spreading fast throughout the space station, and it needs to be addressed and contained as quickly as possible, or else the rest of the galaxy may be at risk of falling to it. It's a brilliant move that necessitates and justifies a more linear approach to the game's design without sacrificing all the other elements that make it a Metroid game. A perfect Metroid game for a young, new fan to the series that would never forget the experience and would end up becoming a lifelong fan, waiting patiently for the day when Samus would return once more to face any dreadful foes that may come her way. Yeah, so my love for this game has not changed. It will never change now that and yeah, just cannot believe the announcement of Dread and that they still have interest in this series and put out a new game for it. And man, I cannot wait. I'm gonna just play Dread right now. I'm just gonna go into it now, because Metroid games, like, there's always that sometimes people are like, yeah, I know, I played it kind of the same genre back to back to back and got tired of it and needed a break or something like that, but that's not happened here. I was worried about that, like going back to Fusion so soon before Dread. Would I lose interest in Dread at launch, or, you know, not want to play a Metroidvania for some time? But no, Metroid games are a different breed. Even with all the great Metroidvanias that I played in the years since Fusion, since the basically absence of Metroid, it still is the top dog for me. Samus showing them how it's done. I mean, Dread feels so good. Like, you love to see it. You know, like the big three on the Switch coming out with arguably their best entries. And a lot of the reason for that is the way they play, they feel. Metroid, Samus in Metroid Dread feels amazing to control. Same with Mario, same with Link. Yeah, I'm so excited, so glad to play through Fusion again for the first time in years since launch, basically 18, 19 years, and to have it hold up and still just be a special experience. So yeah, awesome to play Fusion again and see that it's still rightfully one of my favorite games of all time, and can't wait to get started on Dread again.